Everybody, I'm Bethany Davis. I'm the organizer for Sacramento Vegan Chef Challenge for the past 9 years. This will be our 10th event coming up in October this year. And Ilsa Hess is our new National Vegan Chef Challenge coordinator with Vegan Outreach, and her job is to expand the program nationally, and it's already happening. So I'd like to introduce Ilsa Hess, and she's going to tell you all the places that we're expanding to and everything about what we're doing with Vegan Chef Challenge. Okay.
Thank you, Bethany. Thank you all for being here. It's exciting. I think it's apropos that I'm here in the cooking demo room because we're going to talk about vegan food. So a lot of people probably don't know what the Vegan Chef Challenge is. And so basically, it's a month-long event. And we have chefs, vegan and not, who participate, and they challenge each other to make the best vegan food. And then it's a month-long event, so the diners have a whole month to go. They try the food, and then they vote on the different dishes. So that's where the challenge comes in. And then after the event, we have an award ceremony, and each chef gets at least one award, and the ones that get the top, like first place, second place, they get prizes like cookbooks or a beautiful apron like this. And yeah, it's just a fun way to kind of get more vegan options out there. And so I just want to get more into what's happening at a Vegan Chef Challenge and a bit of a short history. So the Vegan Chef Challenge started in 2010 at Durham, North Carolina. And so basically a woman there was frustrated with the lack of vegan options and turned to her non-vegan omnivore chef friend. So what can we do about this? And the chef friend said, do a challenge, because chefs love a challenge. And it started there in 2010. And then Bethany here caught wind of what was happening in North Carolina and ended up bringing it here to Sacramento. And she has been doing it since 2011, so 9 years. Actually, this year will be the 10th year anniversary of the Sacramento Vegan Chef Challenge. And I can say, without a doubt, that because of Bethany and her hard work, that she has brought so many more vegan options here to Sacramento, because each year these restaurants, they have this chef challenge, they see the demand, and they leave these menu items on their menu. And then it just grows each year. And so after now 10 years, we're on the map. People from the San Francisco Bay Area come to Sacramento to try our food. And I think so thank you, Bethany, for that. That's huge. So Bethany brought the Vegan Chef Challenge here to Sacramento, and then it got the attention of Vegan Outreach. And they're a nonprofit animal organization to rescue animals. They hand out brochures at colleges. They've been around for over 15 years, and now they've expanded internationally. They're in Mexico, they're in India, and they're just really out there in the front lines talking to people, getting them informed of what really is happening in the animal industry and animal agriculture industry. And they saw what Bethany was doing here in Sacramento and was like, this is a great way to get people, non-vegans and vegans alike, in front of really delicious vegan options, to see that it's a viable option that people can do and go vegan. So they hired me on last year as the National Vegan Chef Challenge coordinator, with the purpose of taking what Bethany has done here in Sacramento and growing it. We first thought it was going to be nationwide, but actually it turns out it's global. I've had people in Singapore, Switzerland, Germany, Holland, Canada contacting me because they want to do one of these Vegan Chef Challenges in their town, across the world, and it's just going to grow. So I could go on for a long time. It's so exciting. So to kind of get into a little more of the benefits of the Vegan Chef Challenge is that, the goal is actually to get more non-vegans exposed to amazing vegan options. Because I think a lot of non-vegans think that vegans eat like air and salads, a lot of salads, but it's not true. We eat amazing food of all kinds, trash can vegans, healthy vegans, raw vegans, it's just the whole spectrum. And so the goal is to bring more people to the vegan world. And Vegan Outreach actually has a program called 10 Weeks to Vegan and Get Healthy. And so my job with the Vegan Chef Challenges is to promote those programs. And 10 Weeks to Vegan .org is the website. And we have all this information up here if you want to grab a flyer to go to the Vegan Chef Challenge website. It has information about these different programs for vegan outreach. And so, yeah, it's to get more people to go vegan because they see it's so good. So we have, for part of the kit of Vegan Chef Challenges, we have these beautiful table tents that will go on all the tables. And of course, on one side it tells you like who, a QR code to go who's all participating in that town, and a QR code to go vote. And then on the back, there's a whole panel just dedicated to the 10 Weeks to Vegan program. And it's 10 weeks of, and one email each week showcasing different kinds of vegan food and different animals that are being saved. Like one week will be fish, next week could be chicken and how they're treated and how you can do a more sustainable option instead of eating the actual animal. So that's a big part of the Vegan Chef Challenge, promoting this. And every post, social media post, we always use the hashtag 10 Weeks to Vegan. Again, we're promoting that, but that's our real goal, is to get the word out there, really. So a little more information about past Vegan Chef Challenges and how it's changed. Their restaurants are really opened their eyes to the demand. I think right now is a great time to have these Vegan Chef Challenges because vegan is a buzzword people are hearing all the time. They're so curious. What is this vegan? What is an apple vegan? They have so many questions. And so they can go to a restaurant and here's like an actual vegan menu they can check out. And they have someone to ask about what's happening, and then they taste it, and it tastes so good. Like this tastes even better than the nachos that has the regular, non-vegan cheese on it. So, so the restaurateurs are realizing that there is a demand. You don't have to be vegan to come enjoy these dishes, and then they bring friends. So the vegans bring friends. So they're just seeing a huge increase in profits. So I wanted to give you kind of a little overview of some of the past Vegan Chef Challenges and some of the feedback that the restaurants have given. One of which is El Papagayo here in Sacramento. They were almost going to close. Things were not going well for them many years ago. And Bethany came in and was encouraging them to try some vegan options and bring vegans in. And it's just boomed. They've had a 75% increase of clientele and people coming in because of the Vegan Chef Challenge, because of their vegan menu. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to be vegan to enjoy it. So, all people are coming in, so they're seeing a definite increase there. Wild Rooster Bistro in Fair Oaks, California, they found that over 200 new customers came for one Vegan Chef Challenge, and they sold over 300 Vegan Chef Challenge menu items. So their eyes are open. They're in. They're always having vegan options now. They just see that this is something they want to keep doing. Culinary in Sacramento, they were getting up to $300 an average per day selling vegan options in their restaurant. So they're sold. They're just so excited. And then back in Durham, North Carolina, I'm going to butcher this name, Gold Hup Bakery, Cafe, and Beer Garden, which was very meat-centric restaurant. No vegan options. And so they went right after them to see if they up for the challenge. And they were, and they said, Bull City Vegan Challenge was eye-opening on a number of levels. The tremendous interest and demand for vegan options. And now they're so excited to keep having such bold flavors just with plants. And they have, I think, like a weekly vegan day. They have like all these vegan events. They've gone to total meat to now, it's all about flavor. If it tastes good, people are going to eat it. So they're in. So another part of my job is recruiting new organizers to organize Vegan Chef Challenges in other cities and other countries. So basically, Vegan Outreach will support each Vegan Chef Challenge with $750. So we have items such as like these printed folders that we actually fill with all kinds of pre-printed information for the chefs. We hand one of these to each chef for them to look at and understand what is actually entailed in the Vegan Chef Challenge. And I think it's really nice. We just have them printed up and everything. So we get the folders, you get the table tents and posters, and then of course all the beautiful certificates for the board. So everything is included. There's templates. We support the organizer from start to finish, and then $750 go towards things like this, and printing and other like Facebook boosts and things like that. So it's nice because a lot of times, like Bethany did it with a labor of love, out of her own pocket, because she just really wanted to have vegan options in Sacramento. And so now with Vegan Outreach, we can actually support people to make that happen in bigger and better ways. So if you know anyone, or yourself, if you're not from the Sacramento obviously is covered, Bethany. If you want to help volunteer with Bethany.
Yeah, because 10 years is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she needs volunteers.
People and hand it over.
Oh yeah, if you want to become the organizer here in Sacramento or volunteer, please talk to Bethany. We have information here to contact us. But if you're also from another state, another town, or you know people in those areas that would be really interested in contacting me to host, to organize their Vegan Chef Challenge. We want to spread the word. Please let me know. So spread the word that we're out there. And also, if you could please post on social media, just that we exist. And maybe someone else will see it, and it just really helps kind of network and just get the information out there, because everything that you do, then more animals are saved, because it grows and grows and grows. So, I wanted to go over some upcoming Vegan Chef Challenges that have already signed on. They've gotten their packets, they've gotten their table tents, they're ready to do it. 2020 is going off with a bang. It's so exciting. So from March 15th to April 15th, we have Middle Georgia, and they're like just the whole middle part of the state of Georgia is going to be doing a Vegan Chef Challenge. There's a lot of little towns in there. Santa Barbara is going to have their second annual Vegan Chef Challenge, and that's in April, the whole month of April. Stockton, California, Astoria, Queens, New York, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Albuquerque, and Seattle, Washington are all doing a Vegan Chef Challenge in May. And also, I say, personally, I would just go on the list, and Seattle, there's a direct flight from Sacramento to Seattle. And I say, get on that flight and go eat. San Francisco Bay Area just signed up. They're going to be doing one in July. And Savannah, Georgia, are in October. They're going to be set up. And of course, I wanted to segue into the Sacramento Vegan Chef Challenge. Will be the 10th annual one in Sacramento, California, here in October. So, Bethany, would you mind coming up and talking a little more about that?
So, back in 2011 when we started, we pounded the pavement and went to about 30 different restaurants in Sacramento that we would like to see participate, and got 10. We started with 10 that year. And every year since, it has grown. The following year was like 15, and then it went up to like 20, 24, and then it got up to like 30. And this year we had 45 restaurants participate, right? For the entire month. And as Ilsa has said, the restaurants do see a deliberate increase in business from not just the vegans though. This really, as we've been saying, is outreach for omnivores. There is no way that 1 to 3% of the dining population can support a Vegan Chef Challenge. It has to be the omnivores ordering the food as well. So then, Evan's Kitchen, for instance, sees a 3% increase in their sales over the course of the month, and some days 40% of what they're serving is the vegan items. So that's not all vegans coming in, that's everybody coming in to support that. But I recently learned that a restaurant operates on a profit margin of just 3 to 5%. So you wonder why food is expensive and all of that. They're operating on a profit margin of 3 to 5%. Everything else is their overhead. Something to consider. So when we can boost that profit margin, that's a big deal. And when we're boosting that profit margin for vegan options and saving animals in the process, bigger deal, right? So this year will be the 10th annual Sacramento Vegan Chef Challenge, and the way a challenge works is a couple months ahead, 8 weeks. Now in Sacramento we can kind of get away with 6 weeks, but 6 to 8 weeks ahead we start recruiting restaurants. We think through a list of places that have already been participating that we know are going to continue. We think about new restaurants that have opened. We think about places that people would like to see an increase in vegan options. And we compile a list of, like now, 50 restaurants. We take out about 50 of these to different chefs, and they respond back by a deadline, or we call them and bug them and bug them and bug them. But eventually we get a whole list of the participating restaurants. The way it now works is restaurants each pay $100 to participate. That's covering the overhead fees with vegan outreach, because not only is it all the paper that's supporting, that they're supporting with, but they're giving Ilse's time and her energy in managing all of these. And there's a lot of phone call support and a lot of FaceTime support with the new organizers to make sure that they have a successful event. What do we do in this situation? What do we do in this situation? What do we do? And that's Ilse's job to mediate all those kinds of issues that come up in questions. Also, new organizers don't have to worry about putting up a website or putting up a Facebook page. Ilse does it. She adds a page to the Vegan Outreach National Vegan Chef Challenge site, and she coordinates that for every new organizer. And that also involves a listing of all the restaurants in all the cities. So she's got, what, 6 going on in May or something? 8 going on in May.
Yeah, and just in May, yeah.
Just in May.
Yeah,
5 in May, times 10 to 20 restaurants each, and managing all of that and getting the restaurant links onto the website for them as well. So her support is really, really beneficial to new organizers, because we kind of felt it out as we went, back in the day. And the $750, that is how much it was costing me out of pocket every year to put on a Vegan Chef Challenge. And I considered it community service up until Vegan Outreach stepped in, and now we have a way for chefs to participate. And guess what? $100 is nothing. When they participate in Beer Week or something like that, or Restaurant Week, they pay $500 or greater to participate in an event like that. That's 1 week. The amount of promotion that Vegan Outreach does, that Ilse does on behalf of any Vegan Chef Challenge and the local team, the amount of promotion that they get, TV spots, radio spots, newspaper mentions, all of that, plus the advertising and promotion through the posters, it's huge. And they're getting national advertising now. National advertising. And we're saying, $100. So it's very doable for them. In Sacramento, we have some people, and I know that this happens everywhere, Super Challenger Award. This is my friend Hazel, and she was the #1 team player. She went to 30 restaurants out of the 45 that participated. That's a lot. That's a lot. She also hit every single restaurant in the burger battle. What else can I share with you? If you're interested, this is a little flyer on Start Your Own. It'll at least get you to the website and connect you with Ilse. This is a list of the restaurants that participated in Sacramento this past year, and we have for everybody current, this was just updated, this is a list of all of the restaurants now in Sacramento that we're aware of that offer vegan options. It doesn't include every single Chinese restaurant and every single Mexican restaurant in Sacramento, but it does include those that we're aware of that offer vegan options. And the ones that are highlighted or that are dark are the ones that have participated in Sacramento Vegan Chef Challenge over the years. This list is 3 pages long, people. And we don't include national chains in the Vegan Chef Challenge, because for them, they have to jump through corporate hoops to create something new for a challenge. But on this, I did list Chains with Beyond and Impossible Burgers now, Burger King, Carl's Jr., Cheesecake Factory, Denny's, Hard Rock Cafe, Red Robin, Shake Shack, which we have 2 locations opening soon in Sacramento area, and Top Golf. Who knew, right? And there are other places that you can still find them, but all of those restaurants are listed on here, so we'll pass these out for you guys, and these will be available at tables in there as well. So, questions?
Yeah.
Questions? Anybody? Who's gonna do a chef challenge? And Reno is here, so they're excited. There's a team there. If you decided you wanted to volunteer with them, Ilsa might be able to connect you with that team. Or if you just wanna, enthusiastically support them and woohoo, yay, and go out to all the restaurants and eat Burger King. Oh, that's also great. There you go. Who needs one of these?
Oh,
Did you
well,
have one?
oh, you have a question?
This is a live
Oh, you want one or,
document.
okay.
Also on, so you can access it. Oh, we forgot to tell them to follow us. Follow Sacramento Vegan Chef Challenge on Facebook. Follow the National Vegan Chef Challenge on Facebook as well. And tell your friends and share with your friends. And one of the best things you can do to support the challenge is to bring your Omni friends and family members out to the restaurants with you. Instead of it only being vegan exclusive, bringing out your family members and friends. Oh, welcome.
They said the Bay Area, I think, they want to do it right after the Oakland Vegfest. So that's in June, so it'll be after that. So I think they're going to see how many people they can get on board, but it's a lot of bridge hopping, but I think it'll be worth it.
I have a question.
Yes?
Isn't the goal of Chef Challenge to get Omni restaurants that don't already have, right, very many vegan options, at least at the beginning? Because vegan restaurants, I mean, it's kind of easy for them, right?
It's easy for them, but we still ask them to step it up. So that's a really great question, though. Her question was, isn't the goal to get Omni restaurants that don't have very many vegan options to increase their options? And we would say yes to that, but also we now have restaurants like Evan's Kitchen, Fa Fresh, El Papagayo, that have created entire vegan menus that are now front and back. They keep adding Midtown Sushi. They keep adding vegan options, adding vegan options, adding vegan options. So we still include them in Sacramento for the Vegan Chef Challenge. They're not excluded because, oh, no, you've got enough, you can't play. It's fun for them to continue to up their game. And every time they add new options, people get excited because some of those options are only available in October. We've talked about that too. Should they have to keep the vegan options indefinitely after that, the exact ones that they came up with for the challenge? And you would think, okay, well, yeah, they should keep those options indefinitely, but the fall risotto doesn't really go over so well in summer.
Yeah.
And what else? The pumpkin spice cheesecake is not really popular in February, so maybe they come up with a Black Forest cheesecake or something like that. So we do want them to continue to up their game and increase their options. And that's what we do see, gosh, with most of our restaurants. And I think down the list from this year, when I think down the list, Capital Garage changes up their menu every season. Evan's Kitchen has continued to add and add and add. Cosba changes up. They make sure to add new vegan options every single season. It's changing. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of them. And Revolution Winery, that didn't used to